people with one song, with one voice. We're a nation undivided and poised. We will take a stand and build our land in faith to defend what is ours.
Nigerian education sector and our perennial strike impact. How does it affect you as a student? How does it affect the parent that pays school fees? How does it affect you, an individual of a great nation known to be the largest and the biggest economy in Africa? It is a thing to worry about. We are going to the streets. Let's hear your view. This is my view. Big Sam for Coded TV.
The only thing I have to say about that, you see, everything is networking. You see, the government, firstly, they are to be blamed. Because when you have a government who, you know, it's just of recent, because I remember the last budget, if it's true, how truthful, I don't know, but the last budget, I find out that the budget for education is really much. That's if they are not doing it because they want to go for election, yeah? But then the strike thing, the students themselves, why I did mention is networking, is because, you see, the government, they have their people within the lecturers. If lecturers in the past, when lecturers are on strike, when the students wait for, you know, few months and then nothing is happening, they strike. You understand? But in this case, you know, the students are just quiet. You know, they are just silent about the whole thing. And their own strike is the strike that the government will even listen to. You understand? That of the lecturer is not even effective like that of the students. You know, but my own advice, you know, if the students could just, you know, join the lecturers, you know, to kick off the strike, because they are just being silent. Some of them will just be at home for like 6 months and a year, and then you need to finish. Most people now go to the neighboring country. In Cotonou, they go there to school. You can't imagine Nigerians go to Cotonou to school and then come back here to just do the NYSC. You understand? It's not right. The government should just do something. I just hope the APC government will do. It will not look like, oh, because the president said it sometimes ago, and then the budget, they read it, we find out that the education aspect is going to be high. But I just hope they implement it. I hope they implement it, you know. But my advice, the students should just join the lecturers to kick off the strike, because without that, well, for now, they are just after election and what have you, you know.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir.
We are not there, sincerely speaking. We are still far behind, and there is still a lot of work to do. And presently, what we are facing in the university as we strike shows how far behind in terms of putting our educational sector in order. So, sincerely speaking, we are still far behind in our educational sector.
So, on a scale of 1 to 100, where are we?
We are below average. Yes, we are below average, to be sincere.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
I actually support the strike, all right? Basically because, to me, they are fighting for the masses. If you check how many of the people in government, how many of the children are actually schooling in Nigeria? Basically nobody. They all school abroad, they come back and they lord it over the people here. It's not right. Fund the universities, there should be research centers and all that. Give them money to do research, and by so doing, they will definitely come up with so many things. And they cannot lecture without being paid. I understand that government has released 15.6 billion arrears for whatever payments in the past. Right? This is something that they should get regularly. Now, the guys in the House of Rep and Senate, they collect, is it 13 million plus? It doesn't make sense. How much are these guys asking for? Even the minimum wage, guys in the House of Rep and Senate collect minimum of 13 million, and you are talking about 30,000 naira. Give me a break. It's not fair. It's not fair at all. Right?
Yes, sir. But do you think this strike is justifiable? Is it not infringing on the students' rights to education?
Now, for the lecturers to be able to impart effectively, they need to equip themselves. You cannot send a hungry man to the lecture hall to go and lecture. What will you lecture them? Nonsense. See, the thing is, the lecturers need the knowledge. They need to have that knowledge base. And this they do by research. Garbage in, garbage out. If they don't have enough to impart, what do you expect them to do? Nothing. To me, it's justified. It's justified. Government should listen to them and get exactly what they are talking about.
Thank you very much, sir.